Also, what's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short. This is a Spirit Baby collective reading, and as with all readings and channeled messages, only take what resonates to and for you. Make sure that you're tapping into your intuition and using your discernment. You're always led to my videos for a reason, but it's up to you to use your discernment to find out what that reason was. If you wish to book a personal reading, you can do so. Link is in the description. We're going to jump right on into this. Remember, you are always responsible for your actions and reactions to any kind of spiritual advice or guidance that you are given. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just here to give you some guidance and clarity on your situation. Spirit babies wanted to focus on personal development. So we're not really centered in too much on couple things. It's more so what your spirit babies want for you to focus on as an individual right now to help with your personal growth. Okay, but I wouldn't be shocked if some couple things may come out. I'm using two different decks as a tarot. We're going to be using My Little Ponies because that's where their energy was today. It was with My Little Ponies. And if you follow me on Instagram, on my Divine Starseed Instagram, because I don't think I posted it on Native Amina, I channeled the spirit baby speaking with the inner child. And they had this whole like nursery rhyme thing that I channeled with it. And it was about unicorns. So unicorns is a sign for some of you guys, as well as like castles, because they mentioned a castle. It was like the spirit baby and the inner child were having a conversation with each other. And this was very imaginative and creative. So those of you who've been feeling very creative lately, and those of you who've actually been feeling like a lack of inspiration, these spirit babies might be talking to you. But castles are a huge sign. Unicorns and Pegasus were huge signs. So if you're into that, just know we're going to dive in a little deeper here. One of the phrases that came from my inner child that was, resonating for the collective was wanting. Everybody has a unicorn, so there's no such thing as a lover's scorn. So really getting rid of the energy of revenge when it comes to love, which is funny because a very close friend of mine, Nelsa, sent me a video on Instagram, and it was a guy saying that. It was a guy saying something about a woman who chooses, I think it was peace. Like a woman who chooses peace over revenge cannot be bothered. Like you can't bother that person. You can't aggravate that person because they chose their peace over trying to get you back or, trying to get some type of payback. So those who might be leaving like karmic relationships, or you're in separation from your partner at the moment because they just couldn't seem to get their act together. It's not about the revenge. It's about the peace, the inner peace. So seems to be a nice little synchronicity with these messages between what I was channeling and that little note there. It's for somebody. Let's hop on into the cards, loves. Ooh. Off the bat, we have the Tower. Sudden changes and upheavals. This is a person who's actually very determined to fight. They're not just going to allow themselves to be tossed around. Like, yeah, the tower came down, but I'm choosing to fight for what I deserve. I'm choosing to land on my feet. I'm not just going to be falling headfirst into just whatever. I'm choosing that no matter where I land or what's going on, I'm going to still be on my feet. I'm still going to be able to just hit the ground running. So somebody's very determined right now, even with all of the sudden changes and or possible challenges that are going on in their life. Your spirit babies see this. They recognize this. And they're rooting for you. They're cheering you on. You chose to not just be thrown from the tower and land in any old situation and then have to figure your way out. You said, no, it doesn't matter where I land. I'm on my feet and I'm going to keep going. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop me. That's where this energy is. We have the Magician. Because, darling, I'm tapping into my own magic, into my own creativity, and I'm choosing to use everything in my arsenal to create the absolute outcome for myself, the strongest outcome for myself. So I'm loving this energy because it's, you know, a lot of times when towers come around, even when it's just, you know, because it's not always this big destructive thing, but people have a hard time with change. And typically when change comes, even if it's amazing change, even if it's like positive change, they can be so stuck in a certain way of being or wanting stuff to stay in a certain energy that they don't allow themselves to evolve. This energy here is for those of you in the collective who, whether this is something coming to you or you're in the process of it, more and more your determination is kicking in and you're like, I'm not going to let this keep me down. Or okay, you know, yeah, this is a sudden positive change. Nonetheless, I'm still going to find a way to mold this into something that benefits me. Even if at first it seemed like it might be a hindrance, or at first it seemed like it might be overwhelming. Success can be overwhelming sometimes, right? It's saying, nah, bunk that. I'm choosing to land on my feet. I'm choosing, like the face here is so determined. I'm choosing to land on my feet. I'm choosing to create my own path, to use everything. Even if everything else is taken away from me and I got to start from scratch, there's still something in my immediate vicinity, in my talents, in what I'm able to bring to the table that I'm going to pull through this. I'm going to make something out of this. Ooh, we're getting a lot of measures, darling. We have the devil in reverse. Whoop, whoop. Homie came out in the reverse with his snobbage behind. Look at that. What chains? Chains? Darling, there are no chains on me. There are no chains here. Somebody like from the UK, or a group of you from the UK, keep channeling it. British accents keep wanting to come out. In fact, when I channeled the Pegasus unicorn castle thing, it was with a British accent. We have the Strength card. And again, for those of you who are you're not used to my readings, you're new here, you may not notice, but whenever the Strength card comes out on 11, it incorporates some level of justice in my readings. You know, there's different types of tarot and different types of numbering sometimes for the, you know, measures, but in this case, this is still giving me justice. I stood in my truth. There are no chains on me because I stood in my truth, because I stood by. I made whatever sacrifices I needed to make, and now I'm choosing to have even more courage and be even more courageous towards my ambitions, towards my dreams, towards my castle, to creating my own home, my own lane. I'm not going to fall into the same temptations of before. I keep hearing that there are no chains on me. That's from something. If anyone remembers what it is, put it in the comments. That's from a, is it a cartoon? It's like on the tip of my tongue. It's like right there. We have the Page of Love. Daydreaming, daydreamer. That's what I'm hearing in my head. So this is, you know, this message, this daydreaming, I feel like somebody is tired of just daydreaming. They're tired of that. They're like, I need to make something happen. The pages are messages. So this is a good message. This is getting a good message from, could be from a love counterpart, but it could also just be for something you were dreaming about. Like there's something you were putting a lot of, you know, idea into, and it always felt like it was too far-fetched. It always felt like it was just out of your reach. But as your energy here is changing, as your determination changes, that which felt out of reach feels more obtainable. And so now there's a message coming in from your spirit baby saying, hey, this thing that you thought was so far-fetched, mommy or daddy, like it's actually on the way. It's actually on the way. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? And it's giving me daughter energy. This is someone's spirit baby is a daughter. So you could be pregnant with a girl right now, or you already have a daughter, because again, spirit babies are not always just limited to babies that are on the other side of the veil, right? Or who just haven't come through the tunnel way yet. It can be, you know, a variety of things. You can watch one of my other episodes or listen to my podcast for a better idea. But this is daughter energy. I'm also picking up on a spirit baby or a little boy. This could be someone's actual boy that's already here. They like cowboy hats. Their daddy may have a lot of cowboy hats, like the I'm seeing this is like a really good brand of cowboy hats. Like, cause some of y'all may not know, but cowboy hats and cowboy things can cost a little guap. But I'm seeing like a tan and a black one. The black one has turquoise going around the rim of it on like a string, on a black string, and then the white one is like embroidered. Can't quite make out what the embroidery is, but it's like embroidered. It's like a tan beigey color, and he likes to take and put it on. You know, it's like his thinking cap. It's like, I got on daddy's thinking cap. So if you're a masculine energy or a masculine that resonates with that, maybe you're the wife of that person. That's a sign for you for this message. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune came in like, darling, don't you know? Again, old cycles are ending. Don't you know? Look at the energy that's coming off here. Like, yes, I know changes are taking place. Yeah, there are no chains that bind me. I'm creating my own lane. Even when I'm thrown into an unpredictable situation, I use all of the things in my arsenal to bring me back to center. I'm never truly out of my center, darling. I'm never truly out of it. That's the energy. Somebody talks like that, or like maybe you have an auntie. Someone's auntie talks like that when they're joking around, or it could just be how they really talk. But it's like, darling, I am prepared. I am prepared for all things at all times. I love change. Change, it looks beautiful on me. Why? Because I'm seeing my wishes be fulfilled. Some of you may be brought to tears by this. You're actually, this is a mixture between a present and a incoming type of energy, like things that are incoming, but you're seeing the signs of them now. You're working on things that, again, remember I said dreams that were trying to come into fruition, but maybe before you thought, oh, it was too far-fetched. As you change your mentality, naturally you change the way you act. You must understand, okay, guys, you must understand that when you are trying to step into a better form of life, step into a better form of your power, because I'm not going to sugarcoat words for you and make it seem like, you know, magic or different things like that aren't real. They very much are. Mystical things are very much real. It's just that the way you've been taught to understand them makes you not believe in them, or make you think, you know, maybe they're sugarcoated for you from time to time. You got to see between the lines. You have to be able to activate yourself on all levels. One part may activate more than the other. First is the dreaming. The dreams activate. And for some of you, they're actual dreams. Like you dreamed about owning your own business, or you dreamed about your perfect house. You don't even know where it came from. And then one day you open a paper and bam, there's your house that you were dreaming about. You didn't even know it existed until that moment. You know why? Because when you had that dream, you created that timeline that made it exist for you. For some of you, it could be building something. Many of you want to build a home from scratch, literally, like the house itself, the family, all that jazz. It starts as a vision, i.e. a dream. Dreams are simply realities that have not taken place yet, or they're realities that exist in another world that you can start to bring bits and pieces of into this one. So that could be phase one for some of you. For others, phase one is typically other people's phase two, which is blueprinting it, thinking on it, source type of energy, right? Thinking on how to make the master plan to make it become a reality. But when you start to say to yourself, my circumstances make that so far-fetched, I don't have that money, or whatever the case may be, you have to change that mentality. And the moment that mentality changes, at the same time, simultaneously, you have to feel the change. Feel like you own whatever that is. Feel like you're already that person that you've been dreaming of being. Now, act like it. How would that version of you act? Forget the material side of it for a second. Because people get caught up on that. Like when people say, feel like you have your Ferrari or whatever your dream car is, or your Mercedes Benz, because somebody likes Mercedes around here. Dream that you... What would your personality be like if you had that? What would you talk? How would you talk? How would you interact with a crowd? How would you interact with people who come in and out your life? What would change about you for the better, right? And that's also a great way to keep yourself in check and stay humble once those things do come in your life, is to make sure that you are checking in on your morals. Make sure that you are checking in on those values that you are determined to evolve in. You know that they may never stay completely the same, but you're not trying to lose them to pettiness, to ego, to revenge, and all that other craziness. Which one do you have time for, my love? Do you have time for revenge, or do you have time for prosperity? You know, it's not even a thin line. It's an either or in that case, right? So when you align yourself on all three levels, when you say, I dreamed it, So I'm going to think of the master plan for it. I'm going to feel it all at the same time. Therefore, I manifest it. When you're able to combine those energies by those first 3 steps, you manifest what it is that you're looking for, and then your wishes come true. And for many of you, it's going to be something that if you're not normally a person that gets emotional about stuff, it's going to make you emotional. It's going to have you going, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We have the Emperor, because you're going to boss up. I'm a boss. Got my crown on. Okay? Sitting here looking gorgeous. Some of you may find that you have to set boundaries. Notice how the arms crossed over the chest, and I heard, again, this like energy of, I'm not settling. I'm not settling. So that means if some people come around you with that discouraging energy, you're like, I don't have time for it. You can go that way with it. You can miss me with that trying to throw me off my game energy. We're going to hop into a different deck by my lovely V from Love V and Crystals. I'm going to hop into her cards. I'm feeling compelled to switch. Somebody has a sweet tooth. You have a thing for like Twizzlers. Ooh, you are special. The only other person I know to love Twizzlers this much is my own brother. But I'm picking up on like a divine feminine that loves Twizzlers. If you know what Twizzlers even are, because sometimes people, for whatever reason, I don't know, they just don't be knowing. It's weird, but yeah. The red ones. You also have a thing for Jolly Ranchers. I keep hearing Jolly Ranchers, Jolly Ranchers. Like a person's in a store, like you're in the store looking for them on the shelf and you don't see them right away. You're like, where's the Jolly Rancher? Jolly Rancher, Jolly Rancher. Somebody has a baby that loves the banana flavor, really just banana flavor candy, but I think they love banana flavor Jolly Ranchers a lot. That's a sign for someone. Okay. What else does this person need to know? What does this collective need to know? Thank you, spirit babies. Ooh! Shot that one out right. Jeez. Let's get a few more. We have anticipation. We have winter. Okay, so somebody could be anticipating something for winter. Winter season. Again, I keep picking up on these like fall. Oh, dang it. I keep picking up on these fall and winter babies. And I said this in my other reading. Somebody's due date may be off and is channeling in again. You might have been told your baby was due in like November or something like that, but it's really going to be like a December or January. Now, last time December came through really strongly. This time January is coming through very strongly. So you might think that you're going to have a 2021 baby, but it really ends up being a 2022 baby. So those numbers may be important, like 222, 22. You might be seeing 22 everywhere. That could be a huge sign, especially if you're pregnant right now. So it's nothing to, you know, get too like overly excited about. It's just know that your due date could be a little before or after what the doctor told you it was. Especially, and this is channeling in again, I know somebody this happened to personally, especially if you had certain medicine, because maybe you didn't know you were pregnant. Medicine can throw things off. So especially if certain medicines you were taking and they had to like discontinue you taking it because they didn't want it to be harmful to the baby. So yeah, sometimes it throws off the due date. Just be prepared for that. For others, I feel like it's something with career, maybe even with love, that it's like around Christmas time, around winter, there's something coming for you. You may not even really know what it is, but your energy is starting to anticipate it. Like, I know something's coming. Like, I know something's coming. What is it? What could it be? What's coming in winter? Rewards are coming in winter, baby. Rewards. The sweet things, the sweeter things in life. Bam. Okay, we just gonna sit you here like that. There's too many cards popping up in here, and I gotta keep it moving. Bottom of the deck card is family. And look, it's gingerbread man. So anticipation for the holidays. Something happening around, you know, Christmas, and I just heard Chinese New Year, which is in February. So again, this winter feeling. Somebody could be having something big happen around Chinese New Year, February of next year. Let's get into what your spirit babies want you to focus on with yourself. Like, what advice do you have for your parents, my loves, my darlings? Somebody has a little boy. I'm seeing a little girl. I'll get to her in a second. Someone has a little boy. He has waves in his hair. His hair is actually kind of long. I want to say past his chin. It's pretty little brown skin. He's got like this. I'm trying to think of what complexion, like caramel mocha kind of complexion. Really, really cute. He keeps like looking, like when your head is down, he keeps like looking in your face, and he's trying to like talk to you telepathically. Like, he doesn't use words. He can talk, but he just kind of like smiles really big and like kind of puts his face in your face. And there's a little girl here. She's more fair skinned, pigtails. She keeps playing with her pigtails, like rolling the ends of her pigtails around her finger. It could be something she does when she's like thinking or bored. It's like just a thing of hers to do. It's like a trademark of hers. All right, let's see. What do you have to say for your parents? What do you want them to focus on as an individual? We have give without expectations. Be colorful, mama, papa. Be colorful. Give without expectations. Don't have such a black and white world. The world is full of color. Live and live in color. Ooh, I just heard that song. And live in color. The show is somebody might have been watching that recently. That show's a sign for you. And live in color. Like, have more fun. Don't give without expectations. Give without always thinking about what you got to get back. And have fun when you do it. Like, don't be giving in this like, oh, I have to go give so-and-so $10. Like, nah, man. Have some fun. I'm hearing The Little Mermaid. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? I'm hearing like the whole thing. Come out, wherever you are. Come outside, mom, dad. Come outside. Like, be colorful. Give without expectations. Like, give into fun. Come outside. Some of my kids keep saying that, like, Mama, Dad, come outside. What are you doing? Why are you still inside? Play with us. Like, hello. So spirit babies are channeling the same thing. Like, yeah, go outside. When you're playful, when you're dancing around and you're having fun. Oh, somebody's dancing to I used to go out and party and stand around. I'm hearing the traditional one, the Marvin Gaye one, not the Aaliyah one. So somebody like dances to old school music or something like that. And they're like, yeah, when you dance, we dance. Go have fun. The feeling get down on my body yearns to be free. Focus on the here and now. So if you find yourself worrying about things later on, that expectation energy, for most of you, the expectation, you know something's coming in winter. Maybe you're getting a little too caught up in it, though. They're like, focus on the here and now. Whatever that is, it involves you being able to stay focused and do what you have to do now. This is a communication energy because the flowers are standing out to me. So this is communication energy, solar plex energy, intuition energy. Intuitively give without expectations. Bottom of the deck, it says some goodbyes lead to happy hellos. So certain things, again, the tower energy, some things that you have to leave, or some things that are just kind of just a big upheaval. That's okay. It's okay. We keep it moving. We're progressing. We're going to get into some Care Bear affirmations for you. These are I'm starting to feel like teddy bears are a huge sign, because I'm starting to hear the Care Bears countdown song. I almost said that like a kid, like Care Bears. Somebody, a kid doesn't say bear, they say bears. Like Care Bears. Let's see, Care Bears. But it's the old school Care Bears. It's the old school ones. Okay. What affirmations do we have for this collective? What affirmations do we have for this collective? Thank you so much, Spirit Babies, for your messages. Plan ahead. Map out a game plan for what's on your mind. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. What have we been talking about? Turn them dreams into reality, baby. Dreams are real as long as you make them real. As long as you choose to believe they're real. What's my favorite saying? There's no such things as insignificant thoughts. That's my quote, okay? There are no such things as insignificant thoughts. Everything you think, everything that you dream can become reality. And it does become reality. That's why sometimes bad things can seem to happen back to back, or do. It's because most of the time, once something bad happens or something negative, people cling to it, making it thus repeat over and over again. We have phone a friend. Call a trusted friend. Seek wise counsel. A friend is the hope of the heart. I was just talking about heart, not heart, but communication energy, like focusing on the here and now. You might find that you're focusing too much on something that is just, maybe it's overwhelming you a bit, giving you a little anxiety, and they're like, look, you know who to go to about that thing that you're stressing over. I feel like this is for someone in masculine energy, somebody who has a harder time asking for help. You can still be effeminate. It's just that you're in this masculine energy of always, I gotta be the one to do it. I gotta be in the lead. I know how to do it best. That kind of energy. And they're like, no, ask a friend. You know who to go to. And you know that person's going to listen. And you know that person won't pull no punches. They'll give it to you like you need it. And then it says at the bottom of the deck, treat yourself. Netflix and chill with your favorite snack. Life is uncertain. Eat dessert first. That's fun energy again. Have fun. Like, why are you stressing? Don't be stressing. Have some fun. Now we're going to get into Baby Says by me, Jennifer of Divine Moon Empress. And then we're going to call it. And may these messages help you gain a little more clarity, give you some guidance on something that you might have been a little stuck on. Or, you know, most of all, I love when my readings can help you with confirmations, help you with confirming things. If you want something more detailed, catered for you, you can book a personal reading. Oop. All right, Spirit Babies, let's close this off. In closing, what do you have to say to your parents? Whoop! Swan Union. Somebody's coming in union, and the snork's gonna deliver something. Somebody's coming in union, the snork is gonna knock on your window. Somebody's Spirit Baby getting here, you know, about to be conceived. About to be conceived. I'm also hearing come in union with self. So all of this that you're blueprinting for your personal development helps to bring your union in. This is for some of you who don't know who your counterpart is yet, have not met them yet, and or you know who they are, but you guys haven't developed that far in your relationship yet, but you feel their energy so intensely. It's coming, it's on its way, but you can't be stressing over it. You know that friend to go to, or reader to go to. You may have a friend that is a reader, because that just came out. You know who to go to give you confirmations on what you're feeling, so that you can be at ease. They're like, be at ease. We have Betta Fish. What is your soul partner mirroring to you? Why is it making you feel that way? So notice we have union, and then we have the Betta Fish. What's going on with your partner that has you feeling a certain type of way that you're mirroring? And remember, my loves, I will have a podcast on this very soon, maybe even a video. Mirroring isn't always an exact copy. It's like when you look at those mirrors, you raise your right hand and it shows it as your left. Sometimes what they're doing is similar, but kind of opposite to you. And when you can find the either problem or solution in what they're doing, because it's not always about your counterparts mirroring bad things. Sometimes they mirror things that you're striving for. When you can find the solution, you then find your own version of that. Kind of think of it like when people do cover songs that are really good. Most of the time, what makes it so good, they're not disrespecting the original, but they are doing their own little twist, their own little thing. It's kind of like that. Okay. We have Ox. It's time to reconnect to your inner sacred masculine energy. So for some of you, and remember, divine feminines, energy flows in both of us. Be you woman, be you man, be you identify as something totally different. Masculine and feminine energy are the energies. They are what create all of us, and they exist within all of us. And depending on what we're going through and what we're doing, we're operating from one over the other. Remember I said earlier, there was like this masculine energy that needs to go to a friend and is being a little stubborn about that. Your inner masculine, your true divine masculine wouldn't have an issue with going to a friend and saying, hey, I need help. That's more so of like earthly 3D stuff. That's more like social behavior stuff. So whether you're a divine feminine that resonates with this, or whether you're a divine masculine in full container that resonates, to tap into the inner masculine is to go deeper than so-called social ideas of what a man is, or social ideas of what it is to be in a masculine energy. Is to go deeper than that, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have, are you taking care of yourself? Putting yourself first putting yourself first will make it much easier for you to help others. That's the bottom of the deck card, and I feel compelled to leave it sitting right there. And my loves, that was your reading. Let's get into some quick dice and call it. Hopefully you guys like the light settings. Yo, spirit babies. Okay, some of these fell off the tray. No! They got all laying on the tray. There we go. One more. Oh, you're just being stubborn. Okay, someone's spirit baby likes to throw around dice and charms. We have 4, 6, 60, which is also a 6, 3, 3, 3, 11, 4, and 7. Those are your numbers. Could be life path numbers, birth dates, and or other symbols and signs that you've been seeing. Look them up as angel numbers. 11 has been coming in very strongly for many of you, and so has 7. So you might want to look up 711 and 117. All right, beautiful souls, may that bring you clarity and peace of mind. Toodles for now. Peace, love, and light.